Thank you.
Edwin Fonts.
Thank you.
DJ Bowles.
Thank you.
Ryan Pulis.
Thank you. How many more of these?
Oh, those are the first three.
No, I can count. I didn't ask how many we did. I said how many more of these.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought
there's a bunch.
I'd change it up and say it some way different.
I see. Okay.
But no, well,
Should I tell
I'll
you?
do this a little bit longer, and then.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, what's happening is we did a podcast Kickstarter. Wait, what are the things people do now? They do Kickstarters. They do podcasts.
Twitter's, Chachi's, iTunes,
Right?
Facebook's.
Yep. So we did a Kickstarter partially for our podcast.
Yeah.
And now one of the things was we do a podcast thank you, which is pretty much everybody that gave over $10 gets a podcast thank you.
Well, they deserve it, yeah.
Yeah, they totally deserve it.
I say the ones that gave less than $10 probably
Well,
deserve
I
it.
thought about that. Should we read their names? But I thought that might be unfair to the people who give us $10.
Oh, yeah, that it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, I didn't think about it that
So,
way.
let's
Yes,
just-
I forget that there's a status whole thing.
Sure.
With donating money. I seen the big cat stood up in Nashville at those fundraisers, all this stuff. They show put up.
$500. You give nothing.
What?
I give $250. That's how they fight.
Oh, yeah, you never gave $500, nothing in your life.
No. I mean, over time,
Well,
I've probably given $500 to, like, say,
all
I'd
right,
say in
I
a
don't-
year.
Enough. I don't want to hear where it went. I don't care.
Like the Moon Pie Corporation gets $500 every few months from me.
Munch.
So we're reading the names. Let's just say people who gave less than $10, we're just going to say thank you. We're not going to read your name because to us you're anonymous. Anonymous people.
But thank you, just the same.
And you're not really anonymous because I can still see your names on Kickstarter.
We're just not going to read it on the here.
You're anonymous to everybody else.
Yeah. They can tell anybody they want, although I don't know why you would.
So let's go back here. Ed Fonts.
Thank you.
Fonts, alternate fonts, but say it sassy. We put in this spot for people to tell us how to say their names, and like everyone took advantage of telling us how to say their names.
Sassy. That's like a little teenager, like little girl teenage sassy.
Yeah, can you do it sassy, Ed Fonts?
No, I can't. I'll try. I can't do it like that. Ed, what is it? Ed Font, say it sassy. Ed Font, sassy.
DJ Bowles, he says bowls as in what I eat horse gravy from.
Yeah, well.
Ryan Pulis, he just says Pulis.
Yeah.
Jeremy, no last name. He has not responded to our polling yet, but thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks. Mike kindly.
Robert Finney, how do you say this? Let's see. He says it's pronounced Haywood Jablomi.
Haywood Jablomi. Thank you.
That's Robert Finney.
Yeah.
No, that's how it looks, but I guess it's pronounced Haywood Jablomi. Rachel Zaruka.
Rachel Zaruka.
Jason Lamberth.
Thank you, Jason.
August Hahn. He says just like the month of August. Or
Yeah,
the
I know
month of
that.
Hahn?
Yeah. Hahn. Month of what?
Joseph Nobles.
Mike.
No pronunciation guide.
All right. Why don't you read how to pronounce it and then try to pronounce it that way instead of reading it wrong and then going back and trying to read it right?
Okay. Meinke. David Meinke.
Oh, thank you, David.
John Schmeier.
Thank you, John Schmeier.
Marco Fusaro. Marco Fusaro.
Thank you.
It's for an Arkansas boy. It should be manageable. So let's see. The name here is Matt Tim.
Hey, Matt Tim. Thank you.
Dave Morgan.
Thank you, Dave Morgan.
It's like that thing you have in front of your door. We're talking about Matt Jones.
Matt Jones.
We got Randy Chun.
Randy Chun.
Carolyn, just like Carolyn, even though there's that stupid E on the end, and Jansen is Jansen. Carolyn Jansen.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Daryl Coffey.
Thank you, Daryl.
This is my other brother, Daryl.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's, what's his name? It was funny. It had the taxi cab, worked in a taxi cab.
Taxi? Let me tell you, first of all, Bob Newhart driving a taxi would be a great show.
Didn't that what I was saying?
I know you're confused.
Yeah.
But sometimes out of an old man's confusion comes laughter.
Yeah.
Yoder, or Yoda, if you're using a British or Boston accent. Rebecca Yoder.
Thank you. Hey, I know her. We're good friends. I know who that is. I remember you. Yeah, hey.
Is that going to happen every time?
I wish if I know somebody, if I sound something familiar, no offense to anybody else, and if I do know you, and if I got your name, I apologize, but I remember her. Yeah.
What, did you have something special happen between the two?
No, it ain't like that. She come in the store. Good Lord.
Michael Coates, Michael and Owen.
Hey, yeah, Michael and Owen.
Raymond Brookter.
Hey, yeah.
Elon Moss. Elon. Lagarde. Mark Lagarde.
Mark Lagarde. Hey, thank you.
Tom Volcanis.
Volcanish.
Rick Prince.
Rick Prince. Thank you, kindly.
Matt Schloud.
Matt Schloud, yeah.
I'll tell you what, a lot of names I recognize from over the years on here, and now I finally know how to say them. And I tell you what, the next time we have like a You Ask Them and You Write Us, all that knowledge out the window.
Yeah.
Formerly of the borough, Andrew Coleman.
Hey, yeah, Andrew.
John, like John Lennon. Holiday, like what Donald Trump doesn't want us saying instead of Christmas.
Yeah.
John Holiday.
Hey, yeah, John.
Leah Harmon.
Hey there, Leah.
Bob Metcalf.
Thank you, Bob.
That is a page.
That's one. How many more pages?
Oh, a few. Folks, we're going to try to make this funny for you. Maybe we should speed it up.
I don't know.
On the podcast, I'm getting podcast and Kickstarter confused. On the Kickstarter, we sent a poll to everybody that give us money. You know that if you give us money. If you didn't, thanks for listening anyway. And we said, tell us how to pronounce your name because we got to read it on the podcast. Or do you think we're too dumb to know how to pronounce your name? Probably. So let us know how, because some people are going to address that part of the question. Karen Poles.
Hey, Karen.
I'd prefer you wing it. Michelle Yu.
Michelle you. Thank you, Michelle.
Tucker Maroff.
Thank you, Tucker.
Tim Morgan. Like it sounds, only better. Tim Morgan.
Tim Morgan. Even better. Thank you.
Willett. Kind of like Will It or Won't It. Joe Willett.
Hey, Joe. Thank you.
Lance Petty.
Thank you, Lance.
Christina Hendricks.
Thank you, Christina.
Ken Norton, that Christmas music mix curator. Please put us on your list this year.
Huh? Who is it?
Ken Norton, that Christmas music mix curator. Please put us on your list this year.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Les Tino. John Lestino.
Who?
John Lestino. Susan Addermeyer. Team Squad Ultra. William Sherry Jr.
Thank all y'all, yeah. Thank you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He does the music.
Yep. And he give us money, too, on top of...
Why does he give us money and do all the music? That don't make a bit of sense.
You know musicians. High as hell.
Yeah, well, that must be it, yeah.
Christina Lawson Hillis.
Thank you, Miss Hillis.
Tom from Long Island. You know the accent. Tom from Long... I can't do accents real good.
Yeah.
So we'll just say Thomas Nummy. He's from Long Island.
Hey, thank you. All the way Long Island. Thank
Beth
you.
Leary.
Thank you. Beth Blair, thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Brad Jones.
Thank you, Brad Jones.
Dolly Boyd.
Thank you, Dolly Boyd.
Copen, just like Copenhagen, I think you'll do fine. We're talking, of course, about Shane Copen.
Hey, thank you, Shane.
Like Easter, only with a... Print is little. Only with an L. Sarah Easler.
Thank you, Sarah Easler.
Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
Jewel Deadman.
Thank you, Jewel Deadman.
David Smith.
Yeah.
Don Skog. Eric. Max Francis. Brittany. Oh, we have a special request. Brittany Adams.
Yeah.
It's very important for her
All
to
right.
hear you tell her that she's pretty.
Oh, I don't know it, but sure, yeah.
Prettier than Sarah Palin.
What?
You have to tell her she's a right pretty little lady.
I'll do it. They gave us money, right? And I'll do that.
Brittany Adams.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Brittany. You sure are a pretty little lady. Prettier than Sarah Palin. Is that it?
Yeah.
Right.
I think at one point she said a right pretty little lady.
Right, pretty little lady. All right.
Maybe say it like you mean it.
How am I supposed to? You're a right, pretty little lady. What's her name?
Brittany.
Brittany. Prettier than Sarah Palin.
Wasn't that worth all that money?
Huh?
Gene.
Thank you, Gene.
Dom Zook.
Hey there, Dom. What is it, Zook?
Zook.
Thank you, Zook.
Passion Works Body Shop, folks.
What?
Passion Works Body Shop. Give us some money.
Well,
And
that's nice.
I'm going to say it's Prague, Oklahoma, but it could be Prague, Oklahoma. You know how it is in Oklahoma. It could be Pragu, Oklahoma. Passion Works Body Shop. If you're ever in Prague, or Pragu, Oklahoma, and you need some body work done, swing on through there. They may be listening to us, and you can say, hey, I listened to that podcast too. I think I might trust somebody else to work on my automobile.
Thank you.
Thank you, Passion Works Body Shop.
Pragu.
Scarborough, sometimes known as White's Creek. We're talking about Steve Scarborough. Christy O'Flaherty. Crystal Sloan. Crystal rhymes with pistol. Sloan with own.
Yeah.
You know what, Crystal? I don't know if that's how you introduce yourself, even though you've already said your name, but I would say, hi, I'm Crystal Sloan. Crystal rhymes with pistol. Sloan rhymes with own.
Yeah, that should be her saying. Yeah, every time you meet her. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah.
I may even do that. Hey, I'm Dunlap. Crystal rhymes with pistol. Sloan rhymes with own.
Why? That ain't your name, but it still sounds good.
Thomas Broderick.
Like old Matthew.
Like Matthew, but with a Tom in front.
Yeah. But maybe brothers. If you related, we want to meet your brother in George W. Museum Library. Talk on one of these.
Tom Broderick, the anesthesiologist, wanted to see if you could pronounce anesthesiologist.
I know what that is. That's where they put you to go to sleep. I know when you talk like a dummy. Anesthesiologist.
They might be related.
Huh?
I don't know. The last time Matthew Broderick put anybody to sleep, I think, was in the freshman.
Well,
I don't know. J.C. Brathwaite and Rich Brathwaite. Oh, I missed a part up here. David R. Smith said, what? None of this makes any sense. We got a lot of names to read, folks. I hope you're still listening. You're still listening. Folks, let's take a break here. Just say thank you again. I want to say thanks for all the Kickstarters.
this is what we're doing it for. Don't stop the thinking when all we're doing is thanking them. What are you doing? Just keep
I just
reading
wanted
it.
to say thank you.
What? That's what?
Well, I wanted to thank the people that are listening to this. There could be somebody listening to this that didn't even give us money, and they're not even going to get
then
their
they
name
can
for it
sit
all.
here and appreciate that somebody did give money so they can sit there and listen to it, so they better.
Jerry, Jerry, and then Nikolai, like Nikolai, Jerry, Nikolai.
Thank you.
Daryl Bailey, Daryl like Barrel, and Bailey like Bailey.
Thank you, Baelish.
And Arn Voigt
What?
from Berlin.
Berlin. I know what that is, yes, overseas.
Maybe try it in German without the yelling.
Well,
Arn Voigt? I don't know, man. Sorry. I hope you're having fun over there in Germany.
Why they listen to us over there?
What else they got to listen to?
Well, yeah.
Kathleen McCaig.
Thank you.
Ian Kesbaum.
Thank you, Ian Cashbomb. Thank you.
You can swallow the T in Nightingale if you're feeling friendly, or you can leave it in if you're pissed off. We're talking about Deborah Nightingale.
Nightingale, yeah. Thank you.
Douglas Salk. Sislak.
Slack.
Sislak. Douglas Sislak.
Sislak.
I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the stuff wrong, even after you told me how to pronounce it. Sherry.
I can say that, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry.
Thais Hinton.
Thank you, Thais Hinton.
Mark Leach.
Thank you, Mark Leach.
Just call me Dr. Dick Burner. Everyone's all-American. We're talking about Dr. Dick Burner.
What? That's another page, eh? You went
It's
through.
another page. I tell you what, here's a whole other page, and there's only 3 names on it.
What? There's only 3 names on that page?
Rob Fontaine. Tommy Cash, same as Johnny's little brother.
Oh, yeah.
And John Englehart. Boys, thank you so much.
Thank you kindly.
Mark Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Our old friend,
Yeah.
keeper of our Wikipedia.
Oh,
Our
Mr. Lancaster. That's who that is.
Guy Lancaster.
Yeah.
Did we tell that story?
I think you already told it, but tell it again.
All
I
right,
like it. Yeah.
let's stop things here. Guy Lancaster is I think some other people put stuff on our Wikipedia, and I think everybody who gets on there messes up what Guy's done. But Guy Lancaster updates our Wikipedia with the latest goings on here in Murfreesboro from our sponsor segments. Really keeps it runs a tight ship.
He
over
don't
there.
miss a lick. He don't.
He's an academic. He's smart as a whip. He writes books about history and Lord knows what else.
I don't know why he's wasting his time doing that, but we
And
thank
probably
you.
the way some people do, like crossword puzzles, like something.
Oh, yeah.
Like smart people do something that keeps their brain active.
I see.
And
That's
so
it. That
probably
makes sense.
listening to us keeps his just on another level.
Yeah.
Like, you know how when you, like, some people like to chill out listening to,
What's that? Reggae.
mm-hmm.
That's that stuff.
Like,
yeah.
you know what? Like, everybody that plays in a symphony orchestra, when they go home at night, they ain't going to listen to no orchestra shit. They're going to
That's
turn on that reggae.
Reggae stuff. Yeah.
You don't like reggae?
People say it relaxes them, but I mean, yeah, whatever. It's not my cup of tea. But
I'm not saying Guy Lancaster listens to reggae or he
But it's
does.
drug music too, though. That's what you're saying. If you're doing drugs, probably listen to this and reggae. Then you just keep your mouth shut. Don't say that about nobody.
So Guy Lancaster, after all that free work he give us some money on the podcast, on the Kickstarter. Kickstarter and podcast to me are the same thing right now. And Guy Lancaster also was giving a lecture about Arkansas history or just the worst, like, racial horrors that have ever happened in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I think he wrote a book on that, which must be, who knows how many pages.
There's
Probably several volumes.
yeah. Sadly,
So Guy Lancaster giving this lecture, and somebody comes up to him and says, "Hey, are you the Guy Lancaster from the Red State Update podcast?" Like, nobody comes up to us and says, "Are you Jackie Brawls and Dunlap from the Red State Update podcast?"
no.
Guy Lancaster needs to start his own podcast. I hope he doesn't already have one, because I'm going to
Don't say that, because if he starts doing one out of guilt, we're gonna have to do his Wikipedia.
He
And
should
I
do-
don't even know how to do it. So don't say that. Don't give him no ideas he don't need to have.
Somebody needs to start a podcast that's like Talking Dead or Talking Bad, only it's about our podcast.
What is that?
Like on AMC, Chris Hardwick hosts a show after The Walking Dead, or he hosts a show after Breaking Bad when that was still on, and he'd talk about what happened on that episode.
That's drugs.
Yeah, and they have guests. No, what? Why is it drugs?
Breaking Bad's drugs.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when that was on TV. The other is monsters, right?
Yep,
Walking
drugs
Dead.
and monsters.
You tried to make me watch that one time. You said there's a place in it, and it's down south. I said, all right, I like it. And I don't need all the monsters.
But you like the police and you like the southern setting. But if you could take the zombies out of Walking Dead, Jackie'd tune in every week.
Yeah.
Without the zombies, Walking Dead is just Carter Country.
Yeah. I like Carter Country. Handle it, yeah.
You really only saw the pilot of Walking Dead, right?
Well, that's all I needed
Yeah.
to see. I didn't need to see much else.
It's a little, it goes different places.
Well, it can go wherever it wants. I ain't got to go with it.
So, Guy rhymes with buy, high, sigh, high. See, he's Guy Lancaster putting his own drug humor in here. Lancaster rhymes with Mancaster. Guy Lancaster. Everybody give it up for Guy Lancaster.
Thank you. Kind of go on, even if you don't like to read, go on, what is it? Wikipedia, all that stuff, that's him. And he does it good.
Ryan. No.
Actually, he probably should buy some of the history books before he go read Wikipedia. Anything we can do to help.
Yeah, I don't know how. Are these like. Just get on there and pimp them out, Guy. Pimp your books out. Guy, everybody buy Guy's books about the worst history in America.
Well.
Ryan Mo Burley.
Hey there.
Ryan Mo Burley. Really?
Rain?
No, Ryan.
Ryan, hey, thank you, Ryan.
Morgan Dushotko.
Thank you, Morgan.
Liberty Forever.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Yeah, thank you.
Holly like the tree. Hendrix like Jimmy. Holly Hendrix.
Holly Hendricks, yeah.
Steve Ratty, as in Roddy, as in Maserati or Digerati, even Pavarotti. Steve Roddy.
Pavarotti singer, right? Pavarotti, opera singer.
Heather Murray. It's Heather Murray.
Thank you, Heather Murray.
Gabe Martinez.
Thank you, Gabe. Martin, what is it? Martinez.
Martinez.
It's Spanish, right?
Well, I'm not going to assume.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Gabe. Spanish or not, you got a good name. Thank you.
Dwayne Chase.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Rutabaga Bartholomew Mouse.
What?
Helen A.S. Popkin. Our old friend Helen A.S. Popkin.
Oh, yeah, thank you. She's on TV, something on the news, right?
Yep, she does 6 and 10, I think, out of New York State somewhere.
Well, that's hard work. Bless her heart.
Helen A.S. Popkin, or as she instructed us, Rutabaga Bartholomew. You didn't think anybody would hear you make that joke, and several hundred people did.
Yeah.
Helen Popkin.
Thank you.
Tina Kapusis.
What is that?
Kapusis.
Capusish.
Do you think we're too dumb to know how to pronounce your name? Yes, but try anyway. Tina Kapusis.
Capusish?
Andy Chernoff.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Andy Chernoff, the Christopher Columbus of punk rock.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of music from up there, but you told me he played guitar, bass, all singing, all that stuff back in the 70s, drugs times.
He just put out a new album.
Oh, yeah, still drugs.
I don't know about the drugs.
All that stuff's the same, yeah, and always, yeah.
I don't know that he's
always was, always will be. But
I don't think we should be on here saying who's on drugs and who's not.
Well, I'm just saying here's what he does in all that kind of music.
Let's just go back. Andy Chernoff, not on drugs. Tina Kapusis, not on drugs.
I didn't say she was on drugs. Never did.
Well, you're just throwing out these blanket accusations, and I think we're catching a lot of people in the dragnet.
I don't mean to be rude. We appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Chernoff. I don't care what kind of music you do, whatever you do in the private time. We appreciate it.
Todd and Melissa Nichols.
Thank you, Todd and Melissa Nichols. That's family right there. That's family.
The last name is pronounced like those two silver things you now have rubbed together. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Leonard.
Oh, yeah. Thank you there. Mr. Leonard, thank you kindly.
Mike Fink No need to pronounce the E, but you pronounce it any damn way you want. You guys are stars. Mike Fink. Thank you, Mike.
Oh, it's nice to say. It's not true, but thank you. It's appreciated. Thank you.
Chad Sinner says his name is easy. Eric Arnold.
Thank you.
Lisa Hickson.
Thank you, Lisa Hickson.
John Sarah. Oh, no, wait. I'm wrong.
What?
It's pronounced Reba McIntyre.
Oh, well then, yeah, thank you.
Although it reads John Seroff.
Who?
Donald McCoy. I think you guys can figure it out. Mark Tomlin.
Thank you, Mark Tomlin.
Mike Dillingham.
Thank you, Mike Dillingham.
Or Dillingham.
Dillingham.
Samantha. I trust if you don't know how to pronounce it, the results will be hilarious. Samantha Krause.
Krause. That's Berlin again, right?
Krause. No.
No. Well, all right. Thank you.
Here in the USA.
Well, good for her.
Cruz. She made it over.
That's what I like to hear, yeah. Well, it depends on how you get here, but...
I'm sure she did it legally.
Oh, well, I don't doubt it, yeah.
Sorry, we have a Jennifer and Clarice, but I think they gave us some specific instructions on how to read their name out.
How do you do it?
Did they give us twice? I think Jennifer and Clarice both gave to us separately. So right now we're just gonna say Jennifer and Clarice, and they're gonna come up later. And
well, if I give 2 times, then I guess see there's 2 of them, right?
Yep.
So that's how it works. All right.
Imelda. M is an immigrant. L is an elderly. Duh is in duh. And Johnson, like you think it's pronounced. Imelda Johnson.
That's good. Thank you, Imelda.
I Dillon.
Huh?
I Dillon.
Thank you.
Jeff Comas.
Thank you, Jeff Comish.
Tony Lyerly.
Thank you, Tony Lyer. Thank you kindly.
Brooke Bryant.
Oh, Brooke Bryant now. Thank you. I remember her a long time ago. Thank you. Come in the store.
What happened to her?
Huh? I ain't seen her in years. She come in the store. I ain't seen her since.
James Savage.
James who?
Savage.
Savage.
Stage name, probably.
Yeah.
Richard Simpson.
Thank you, Miss Simpson.
Mark Hamill.
Mark who?
Hamill.
Oh, that's Star Wars, yeah.
That is Mr. Star Wars.
Yep. Thank you. Yep.
Give us some of that Star Wars money. Put it right back in us.
Well, he got plenty of that now.
Well, we don't know.
I don't know how anybody's got money. If he's running around in space all the time, children wearing him all over him, maybe he might got a bad deal, but hope not.
I hope not too. Thank you, Mark Hamill, Mr. Star Wars. Charles Pizeshki.
Who?
Charles Pizeshki.
Pizeshki?
Yep.
Is that Star Wars?
Yep. In the Cantina Band. It's hard to find that action figure.
Yeah.
Played the space flugelhorn.
It's all the same to me.
Ed Holmes.
Thank you.
Richard Waite.
Thank you, Mr. Waite.
Tim, like Tim. I don't think I get the commentary track, though, but it's nice of you to ask. Are you going to punch those names in? Good wishes, guys.
Well, thank you. We'll go ahead and give you it. What is it?
Tim Wilson. I don't know why he thinks he does. Oh, I don't know why. This is about levels. One of the things that we're doing, folks, that's Tim Wilson. Very nice guy. Very nice friend of RSU, Tim Wilson.
Thank you.
Folks, one of the things that we're doing is we're recording commentary tracks. We're talking over the movies Smokey and the Bandit, Cannonball Run, and Sharky's Machine. You got
also Burt Reynolds.
If you give so much money, you got to choose which Burt Reynolds commentary track you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And then if you give another amount of money, you got to pick what movie you wanted us to talk over. And we got
except Dirty.
Well, not Dirty or something you made.
Yeah.
So we got some good suggestions there. So I think what we're going to do is we're not going to post any of these. We're not going to put these up ourselves. But once we send them to you, you can do whatever you want to with them.
Yeah.
You can share them. You can make them available to other people. Or you can listen to it for about 10 minutes and go, what? Why? Who did I give money to?
It's yours to do with what you will, I guess.
Elizabeth McClellan,
Thank you.
friend of Red State Update, tweets us all the time.
Thank you.
Hashtag tiniest fandom.
Oh, thank you.
Elizabeth McClellan. Stephanie Wissinger. Stephanie and Wissinger rhymes with Kissinger.
Ah,
Stephanie Wissinger.
thank you, Miss Wessinger.
Brittany, Jackie thinks you are a right pretty little lady.
I do. And pretty what it's Sarah Palin's.
John Cochran.
Cochran. What?
That's what it says, Cochran.
Thank you.
Frank Field, exactly as it's spelled. Frank Field.
Thank you, Frank Field.
Jason Linville.
Thank you, Jason Linville.
It's interesting to see where all these people are from. They're from different states. I don't feel comfortable telling people the names and address. I think we can just read a bunch of names, but I shouldn't give people
Don't
their
tell
addresses.
it. Nobody needs to know where these people live. Don't do
Because we
that.
have their address because we have to, for the ones we have to send something to. Some of them, we got their address and we don't have to send anything to them, and I don't know why that happened.
Yeah.
But, sorry. Y'all just tried to help us out, and probably there's going to be some Ukrainian hacker tear your savings account a new asshole. Sorry about that.
Hey, watch your mouth. I don't trust nothing on a computer or a cranian. Either one.
Sailor, like a guy in the Navy, Dennis Sailor.
Hey, that's good. I like a man in the service.
Well, I don't know that he...
Thank you, Mr. Sailor. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I don't think he's saying that he's in the service.
Oh.
But thank you for your service, Dennis
Thank you.
Sailor. Adam Fox.
Thank you, Mr. Fox.
I'd prefer to watch you try and figure this one out, boys.
Huh?
And it's Faisal.
Faisal.
This is from
That's a little mouse, isn't it? Faisal?
Faisal Elias. Elias.
That's that little
Elias.
mouse.
Yeah, I
Isn't it?
think it is that little mouse.
That's
And
another
listen, just to make
no.
it seem even more like an adorable cartoon mouse,
Faisal.
Faisal, they're writing to us all the way from Great Britain.
Oh, thank you. All the way over there.
Which
Bless
you
bless your
know,
hearts.
England is basically 30% cartoon mice.
Well, yes, all I think all ever come from there except for, what's it, Mickey?
Mickey's American.
Yes, American. They can't have that. No, all the rest of them, the English ones all got little glasses on and a little coat or something, you know. Mickey
I'm
Mouse.
so hungry.
Yeah, all that stuff. Over
Where's
here,
my
Mickey Mouse.
cheese?
Mickey Mouse just silly. Just silly is all he is. But yeah, over there they got an attitude.
So that's Faisal Elias. Sorry about that. Sorry about the way we said your name. But thanks for listening to us all the way from jolly old England.
Yeah, St. Nick. Solid old St. Nick's where I'm used to hearing.
It's coming up. It'll be here before you know it.
I know that's my favorite time of year.
Leonard Ballman.
Thank you, Leonard Bauman.
Derwin Nigus.
Nigus.
Yep.
Darwin Nigus. Thank you.
Long I in the last name, he says.
All right.
Ernest Freeberg.
Thank you, Mr. Freeberg.
How many times you think he's heard that joke
What's that?
when he goes to a concert?
Oh, yeah.
CC Dietrich. CC, just like the initials in Dietrich, like Dietrich. CC. How many times you think CC heard pick up that guitar and talk to me?
Huh?
Folks, if you're like, I don't know how much longer I can listen to this, we are closing in on it. This just goes to show you that two things. We have great people who listen to us, and we really appreciate all these names who took these names are just not vowels and syllables. They're people. There's people attached to these vowels and syllables, and they reached into their pockets and they give me and Jackie their hard-earned money.
Yeah. So you should listen to the name. If you didn't give nothing, just sit there and listen.
Let's take it.
Yeah. This is like what they always said. There used to be a joke. They said, oh, such and such actor, no, English somebody that usually, he's so good that watch him read the phone book. Remember that saying?
Yep.
Who was his name?
I think it was Faisal.
So, yeah, old Faisal's so good, he'd just sit there and watch them read the phone book. And I never thought the joke was funny because I wouldn't listen to nobody do that.
But that's basically what's happening here, except instead of a town or community, it's a phone book of people who like us.
Yeah.
And we don't have their phone numbers.
Well, if we do, don't give them out. Nobody needs to hear that.
The other thing I thought of is we probably shouldn't have said we were going to read all the names on the podcast. We could have done it. We could have spread it out. What we should have done is we got 5 more names.
Little at a time.
It's hard to think ahead.
Yeah, but now nobody's going to listen
We said
to this.
we'd have this done by September. I don't think anybody's like, nobody read my name on a podcast by September. I'm suing Kickstarter or podcast.
You sitting there saying no one's going to listen to this, and that's why I was agreeing with you. But now I think about it, people who give, they want to hear the name read on here, and that's pretty much the only people that listen to this, right?
Yep, people want to hear their names.
Yeah.
So Dwayne Wildrick.
Hey.
Wildrick.
Thank you.
Sometimes people tell you how to pronounce the name that you know how to pronounce, like the first name or the last name. The obvious one, they tell you how to pronounce that, and they don't tell you how to pronounce the weird other name.
Yeah.
Charles Zeller.
Zeller, thank you.
The other Linda Resch.
Hey, thank you, Miss Resch.
Alex Barno. It's pretty straightforward. Alex Barno.
Thank you, Mr. Barno.
Thanks to everybody for telling us how to pronounce their names, too. Ken Beer.
Thank you, Mr. Bear.
Smiley face. I think y'all got this one, Ken Beer.
Thank you, Mr. Bear. I like that name, yeah.
Ken Beer.
Yeah, I like that name, yeah.
Here comes old Ken Beer.
Yeah, hope he got some with him, you know.
Open him up and drink him up.
I know. Where's that beer?
Here I am.
Yeah, where's the beer?
No, I meant real beer.
Yeah.
I'll show you my birth certificate.
Yeah.
The old routines, a walking funny routine.
I wish I had a good name like that.
You don't like your name?
No, it's all right. I grew up with it. I'm used to it. But, funny name, everybody. I mean, funny, funny like it's supposed to be funny, not funny name,
Is Jackie short for something?
Huh?
I didn't mean to spring it on you. Is Jackie short for something?
Short for something? What do you mean short for something?
Like Jack is sometimes short for John.
Just Jack Bros is like a spell, like it says. Why don't you why do you got to look into prying the things like that?
No, it's not a gotcha question.
Well, it sure does feel like one. Just read the names.
Chris Crook. The E in Crook is silent, so it's pronounced same as Crook.
I always got E on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris Crook with an E that is silent. Thanks again. That's what this whole podcast is, but every once in a while I remember that y'all gave us money for this, and I have to say it out loud one more time. JP Stills.
Thank you.
Jeff Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Ward. We sure do appreciate it.
Brian Coleman.
Thank you, Mr. Coleman. That's nice of you to help and give in, yeah.
You want to know something else that's funny? Is a lot of these,
pitch in, not give in.
No, they gave in and pitched in.
Well, how you say it right? Yeah.
A lot of these same people, I'd say a good percentage of these people are going to get their own YouTube video where we thank them again on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
At varying stages.
Do we have to sit? We just do one video for each name. They don't have to sit and watch a video this long, do they?
No, it's one video for
Nobody
each name.
want to do that. And there's one time part of what you give money for is to be able to put a camera on us and see the podcast. And I bet you wish you didn't want that. We can give that part of the money back, can't we?
Nope.
All right.
Pickering, like Dickering, but with a P. Mark, like shark. Mark Pickering.
Mark Pickering. Thank you, Miss Pickering.
You are two of the smartest fellers I know. Thank you, Robert Hill.
Oh, Mr. Hill, yeah, thank you.
Susan Chris.
Thank you, Miss Chris.
Deb Nuss, like us, only with an N. I follow you, Deb. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you.
Jen Pierce.
Thank you, Jen Pierce.
Our old friend Jen Pierce.
Yeah.
Friend of Red State Update, Jen Pierce.
She come in the store, I think, didn't she? I'm pretty sure. Did she come in the store?
I can tell you that I don't know that she's come in the store.
Oh.
We went out to, one time when we were in California, we were at her TV station, and we did.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, she's real nice, yeah.
Jen Pierce.
I remember you. Hope you're doing well. Hope TV's still treating you good.
Christopher Segura.
What?
Christopher Segura.
Oh, thank you, Christopher.
Yeah, seriously, thank you, Christopher. Jennifer Campbell.
Oh, thank you, Miss Campbell.
And Clarice. Jennifer's however you want it to be. Except, we talked about them earlier, Clarice and Jennifer. They gave twice.
Oh, so this is the second time they give.
It's the second time they
right.
give us. That's how much they care. But they did want us to say, Jackie, that Clarice and Jennifer are a. And maybe after I can you just repeat what I say after I say it?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Because they were like, this is how we want you to introduce us.
All right, if that's what they want, that's what you say you do on here, yeah.
Jennifer and Clarice.
Jennifer and Clarice.
A mixed race.
A mixed race.
Lesbian couple.
Lesbian couple.
With PhDs.
With PhDs. Smart then, right?
Yep.
All right, well, then. Got something good? Yeah, good, yeah. PhDs, that's college right there.
We're happy. You know what, Jennifer and Clarice? We just want you to say, I know that you were like, oh, there's going to be discomfort. There's going to be some, and there was some discomfort. You didn't see Jackie's face, but it was a little.
Well, I didn't know what was coming. I didn't have time to prepare for all that. When some of those words, when you just throw them at me, it's just an automatic reaction. It's not good or bad, just squinting, I'm making my ears hear it right.
And I hope, like, if y'all get married, that you send your announcement to the New York Times, and I hope the first line starts the same way. Jennifer and Clarice, a mixed-race lesbian couple with PhDs.
There's nothing wrong with that. PhDs, yeah, that's smart, yeah. That's college, yeah.
So this is really Dr. Clarice and Dr. Jennifer. Unless one of them has more than one PhD. I'm assuming they both have PhDs, but I don't know.
One of them might have two.
One of them may not have even gone to college. The other one may still be paying off a bunch of loans.
Yeah.
So Dr. Clarice, but I'm going to call them both Dr. Clarice and Dr. Jennifer.
Yeah.
I like that we have so many fans who want us to give us a peek into their lives.
Well, we give peek in ours, I guess.
They should start a podcast.
Yeah.
Call it The Doctors.
There's all sorts of podcasts like that.
They could have a
where
podcast.
Two doctors talking, people calling them, ask them advice and stuff. I know you got a PhD.
Yep.
So maybe you can help me. And they say, well, that ain't my expertise. And then they go to the one beside them, you know, together.
I'd call in and talk to Dr. Clarice and Dr.
Unless
Jennifer.
they have PhDs in the same thing, which that's maybe how they met. I don't know.
Well, maybe they got different opinions. Maybe Dr.
That's
Jennifer's like, no, you're wrong. And Dr. Clarice is like, you're wrong.
That sounds like a show I like to watch. When they get to fussing like that, and you get to tickle. I get tickled. Yeah, that's good.
Well, we hope it stays in the studio and they don't take it home with them.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Compton.
Kevin Compton, that's Murfreesboro right there. I know him. He come in the store all the time. That's Murfreesboro right there.
Beowulf de la Sparkle Shorts is how he said to pronounce his name.
What?
Jenny Jussell.
Jenny.
Is that really? Jenny Jussell.
Jussell?
I may be pronouncing it wrong.
Now, I know who that is because that's on you show.
Friend of Red State Update, Jenny Jussell.
Facebooks. I thought it was Jussell. Jenny Jussell.
These are some good names to read. They're all good names, but we're in a patch of good ones.
Bless your heart, Jenny Jussell.
I thought I was always Jenny Jussell.
Jussell. That's what I thought.
In my head, I thought it was Jussell.
And she's telling you different there?
Well, it's J-U-Cell. So I'm figuring it's Jenny Jussell.
Well, that's what she wants.
I was always Jussell, but Jussell.
Jussell's fine. I don't know what's wrong
Jussell is good. It's like
nothing
George
wrong
Jessel,
with Jussell.
but Jussell
There's nothing wrong with Jussell. I'd say but
Jussell is kicky and kind of has a flair to it.
To each his own, whatever.
So I don't know, whichever way you've been saying it, Jenny, maybe you want to say that.
Well, I mean, she
change
don't
it
have to
up.
hear me, but when I look at it on the pictures and you show me that, I'm going to say Jussel, because that's how I learned. Thought that name was just fine there. I don't know why she has to change it. Just because you give money or something don't mean you get put on airs and change your name to whatever, but fine.
No, y'all got it right the last time I participated in an Ask Us podcast episode. We need to do another one of those.
Yeah.
Jeff Crowther Jr.,
Crowler, yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember.
a good friend of Red State Update. I actually listened to Jenny Benevento.
Yeah.
Wait, did she tell us? Benevento. Yep, I'm saying it right.
Benevento.
She was on another podcast
Yeah.
where they were talking about, I don't remember. I think it was other podcasts they listened to. And she tried her best to plug us on this podcast. I forget the name of the podcast. Was it a podcast she does? Oh, man. I think Jenny does have a podcast.
Well, I got to, if she going to listen to this.
Or was she just a guest on? Jenny Benevento is very smart and has her finger in a lot of pies.
Yeah.
So, Jenny, you probably, if you don't have a podcast, you should start one. So, who are the people we've said should start a podcast so far? Guy Lancaster,
Yeah.
Jenny Benevento, who I think actually has one.
Yeah.
So, keep us updated, Jenny. Sorry about that. And
Now, the PhD, that's TV. Now, I don't want to listen to that. I want to see them fight.
well, sometimes you start on podcasts and then
Well,
you move into.
I ain't never heard of
And
that.
again, I hope y'all aren't fighting in real life. I hope y'all keep the fighting into the studio or wherever you do a podcast. We do ours in a bunker-like cellar,
Yeah.
where Jackie's supposed to have cleaned out. But there's still just stacks and stacks of newspapers and dog food bags.
Yeah.
So Jenny Benevento, thank you, Jenny. Thanks for listening to us for so long. Also active on Twitter, tweeting us. A lot of people always thank you every time somebody.
I want to thank everybody on Facebook, Twitter, churches, YouTube,
Yep.
and iTunes, every one of you. Whether you give money or not, the ones you didn't, you don't get your name on here. The ones you did, you do, and we thank you.
We thank everybody who give us money, but there's people who just listen. There's people who share the podcast.
I
there's people
thank
who
them
subscribe.
already. I just thanked them.
Bruce Wagner.
Thank you, Mr. Wagner.
Congrats to you both. Real glad to help. Adrian Rose Leonard. Adrian is pronounced Adrian, you idiots.
What?
I don't know why she has to.
Well, mean. That one's mean right there.
John Michael Harlow.
Heart.
And Jenny, I'm back up to Jenny Benevento. Thanks again, Jenny. Thanks, Jenny, to the Jennies, Jenny Justell
Jussel, but that's how I like it. But
and Jenny Benevento. Jenny Justell should also start a podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody who's named from Christopher Segura down to Bruce Wagner, start a podcast. We're closing in on it, folks. If you're like, I cannot fucking take this any longer.
watch your mouth. I can't take the mouth.
Al Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Al Moore. I'm looking forward to painting you. Gonna paint you up good.
Lynn.
Lynn.
Where's Lynn's last name? Well, let's just say Lynn. Maybe Lynn doesn't want the last name used.
Well, thank you, Lynn.
Matthew McKinley.
Thank you, Mr. McKinley.
Yep, he sent us a picture for painting.
He's gonna get painted too. That's right. All these here.
RSU fan.
That's it. That's just what the one be called.
Yep.
All right.
Somebody just give us some money. Thanks, y'all.
Well, bless your hearts.
Richard Harmon.
Thank you, Mr. Harmon.
And then we have a few more names.
Yeah.
They didn't respond. So these are names I don't know if I'm going to say right. I'm going to tell you. These are the last names, and they're the most dangerous names because they have no pronunciation guide. So if you've made it this far, you're tuning in to the most thrilling part of this podcast.
Oh, yeah, this is where you're going to get it right, you're going to get it wrong. There's no telling.
James Pizarro.
Bizarro.
Pizarro.
Pizarro. Thank you.
John.
Thank you.
The next one is just John.
Well, thank you, John. I can say that, yeah.
Paul Willoughby.
Willoughby, yeah. Thank you.
Becca Moser.
Thank you, Becca Moser.
John Son.
Thank you, John Shaw.
Jacob.
Jacob.
John Trout.
Thank you, Mr. Trout.
Paul Langevin, Paul Langevin, Paul Langevin.
All right, thank you.
Steve Miggs.
Steve Miggs, thank you now.
Coming up to the stage, give it up for Eric Rush.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Rush, thank you.
Nicholas Hunter.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter.
Vince Warren.
Uh-huh.
Viola John.
Viola.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Julie Fan.
Thank you, Miss Fan.
Ivy Van.
Thank you, Van.
Not Under a Rock.
Thank you, what?
Alex Snyderman.
Oh, thank you, Miss Snyderman.
Craig Murphy.
Oh, yeah, now he come in the store. Hey, Murfreesboro.
Good old guy.
Yeah.
Good old boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Craig Murphy. Thanks, Craig Murphy.
We appreciate it. Thank you kindly.
We got one last name to read. Folks, if you made it this far, congratulate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Pull off at the next convenience store. Run in there and get yourself a treat, whether it's from Hostess or whether it's from Little Debbie. It don't matter. Get yourself something good, one of them good snack cakes, and put it in your mouth. Because what you've done is you've made it through, 2,000-3,000 names. We got one name left. Jackie, do you want to try to guess what the first name is going to be?
Well, let me try. I'll do my best here. Let me see.
He cannot see this, folks. I've covered it with the yardstick.
I'm not going to cheat anyhow. I don't cheat. That ain't no way I do anything. I never did in my life. All right, it's your Billy.
Fuck.
What? Your mouth?
You're off. It's Bill.
Well, yeah, that did good then, didn't I?
What's the last name?
All right, let me think. Chaffish.
I wish I could. How would you spell that?
Chaffish. Let me say it. Chaff like CHAFFEY. Chaffish.
Close. It's couch.
A Bill Couch.
Bill Couch.
He comes in the store all the time, Bill Couch. Yeah, I know Bill Couch. Thank you, Bill Couch.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously, Bill Couch. Man, you got real close on that.
Bill Chaffee. But no, Chaffee ain't Couch.
You said Billy Chaffee, which is pretty, what's that guy's name? Billy Chaffee? No, it's Bill Couch. All right.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a simple mistake, but that wasn't what I was trying to do. But yeah, all right there. Yeah, the old Bill Couch. I won't be called Chaffee. I'll start calling you Chaffee now, Billy. Billy Chaffee.
Last name, folks. Thank you so much. Let me give you a little Kickstarter update. We just read all the names. We're going to start doing the commentaries. We're going to start doing the YouTube thank yous. We're ordering T-shirts. We're ordering hats.
Yeah.
We are getting our equipment. We got some of it working. We're clearing out the space down here in the bunker.
That's taking longer than we thought, but we're getting it done one way or the other.
And we soon will be doing whatever it is we thought we were going to do.
We already sort of doing it and doing the videos and stuff.
Yeah, we're doing video. Yeah, we're doing a video a week. If y'all haven't been looking, go to our YouTube channel. We've been doing a video a week. The day we're releasing them keeps sliding around a little bit, so we're still
trying to figure out the right time. You got any suggestions? Tell us. What's the best day thing to go on YouTube? We don't know. Don't have a clue.
And we're trying to get this podcast up. We may be a little late tonight. We're recording this down to the wire because we shot a video earlier today.
Well, got to keep going. Can't stop.
Can't stop.
That's what people think. You give us money now. Got to do it.
Give us money. You got to do it. I mean, there's no way. I mean, how would you even give it back?
I don't know.
You can't. How would you give it back?
Some of us already spent. You spent some of it already. I don't know what you spent it on.
Even if we needed to, we can't do it.
We're doing
trapped.
This. I know it.
So thanks, everybody.
Thank you kindly.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the Old Timey Country Down Home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Thank you.
All right, we can stop.
Huh?
I think we can stop that.
All right.
I mean, I'm still grateful, but I don't know how long that was. We just went for reading thank you names.
We don't know how to tell how long something is on this new
We
computer.
got a new computer.
Y'all
we
got
don't know.
for us.
Yeah, we need to figure that out.
We don't know how to work it.
Folks, people, what a week. John Boehner is gone.
Yeah.
He is gone.
Yeah.
He has cried his last, well, he's got a month.
He'll still cry. He'll cry his last day all that damn day. He'll cry every time he gets on TV. I don't mind people getting emotional, and I have in the past, and I'm not what you call, I know some men cry all the damn time. I ain't that. But, you know, if you got a heart, or any kind of heart at all, everybody gets touched. I don't call it crying, I call it getting choked up. But he get the tissue out, and his jaws are blubbering, and his nose is running, and it gets his voice all, you know, all of that. That's crying. That's just.
There's not a box left unticked in the crying
He does it all.
checklist.
Tears rolling, I mean, every single bit of it. He cries at the drop of a hat.
But you know, I think he is out in the sun a lot,
Well, yeah.
and he likes to party.
Well, he likes to have a nip too. Now, I
And
know
when
people,
you're
you know.
tired from the sun and you're exhausted from golfing and you have had a drink or two and you are in Washington and working with the people he had to work with, I'm sure he's emotionally frazzled.
Well, if you gonna cry every time you come back to work, then it's about time you retire.
That's true.
Yep.
I'll say this though, that if whoever has his job that doesn't cry, I'd have to wonder about their humanity.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Do it in the office, so get it over with before
That's
you get
true.
on
You don't have to
TV.
do it on camera. You know when your camera's gonna come. I mean, you schedule press conferences.
They don't, you know, it's not like it's sneaking up on you or something like that. I don't, you know,
Get
sometimes.
me through this. I can't do another crying interview. Lord knows if I break down. And he jokes about it. He's like, you know how I get.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
What do you think he's gonna do now?
He ain't gonna do a damn thing.
Go back to Ohio,
Yeah.
check out the golf courses.
And yeah, he'll be out there getting his tan, you know, playing his golf.
Wearing a salmon-colored shirt.
Yeah. You know, Obama will be out here for too long. He'll have a buddy to go golfing with.
Friends.
Yeah, they're big buddies, yeah.
Maybe they can call the Pope up and all three of them.
Oh, yeah. Obama be like, don't bring a pope. Boehner's going to be crying all the damn time just trying to play golf game.
Pope zapped the ball.
Zap it.
It's a hole-in-one. If the Pope, I guess, I don't know how religion works, but I'm assuming if the Pope is playing golf and he wants the ball to go in a hole and he uses his powers to make it go in there, that's preordained. That's not cheating. That's the way it was always meant to happen.
He earned the way to be, you know, if you get voted in the Pope, that just comes with it. If you playing a game of golf with a Pope, what are you gonna do? Like in your face, Pope? You gonna try to beat him? You ain't gonna beat the Pope.
You can't beat the Pope.
No.
If you can beat the Pope, it's not a very good Pope.
Man, I say that. Yeah.
I like that Pope. I beat the shit out of him at every game we play.
That little car he's in look like a golf cart already.
He drive around in a little car.
Little car.
Pope, little car.
Little car.
But I think a lot of the saints that these popes look up to and name themselves after, you know how these popes are, always naming themselves after saints. I think that those saints probably, I'd say a saint would drive a little car.
A saint?
A saint might drive a big car until they do the thing that makes them saint-like, and then it's like,
Well, back then they didn't have cars. You know,
but
back
I'm
then
just-
the saints didn't have. I don't know. Mother Teresa, she's a saint. She get in the car. She didn't have no car, did she?
If she did, it was just sensible. Something to get from point A
Man,
to
I
point
ain't saying
B.
she gonna get anything showy, but you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think you give up. You work to help the poor, and people forget that. That's a part of religion. It's not the
It's
only
supposed to
part.
be. It's supposed to be. Yeah.
There's other important parts of religion too, like the magic and the rules.
Yeah. The rules are real important.
Rules are super important.
Yeah.
They are as important as the poor people. I know that liberals are like, here's what religion should be, and they ain't religious. They just trying to tell us what to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Religion should be helping poor people, not judging, period. What kind? That's not religion.
Nope.
That's like what you do on your second DUI. That's like court-ordered community service. You think God has just ordered us to do a bunch of court service, community service? No. God ain't a judge.
Well,
He
that's,
judges us.
no,
he will judge us
no,
in
he
the final.
does. No,
He's
that's
sort
part
of a judge.
Yeah, he's a judge.
He
yeah.
is a judge.
Yeah, that's what he does. But he ain't gonna fool with court order or anything.
No,
like that.
straight to hell.
Yeah, that's it. You don't get but one time in front of the judge when it comes to him.
No three
Other-
strikes law.
That's right. Other
get
than
one
judges,
strike.
Oh, you seem like a pretty good fella. I'm gonna let you know. Good Lord, don't do that. No, sir.
No, straight to hell.
Yep.
Here come the judge. And it's God.
That's the reason you got
Be
a
like-
lot to worry about right there. That's I've been telling you for I don't know how long. But
I'm good with God.
Yeah.
Me and Jesus have got our own thing going.
well,
And they know what I'm up against and what I go through. And they
Alright.
tell me,
Yeah.
like God told Scott Walker to drop out of the race so that other better people could take control of the nation.
yeah.
Like God at one point, we say that God doesn't give a lot of second chances, but God at one point told Scott Walker to get in the race. And then a few months later, he's like, whoa. This is not what I thought was going to happen.
You better drop out right now, mister.
And look, if God tells you to do something, and
You
then,
have to do it. I understand Mr. Walker in that situation. Yeah, you got to do it.
and then if God gives you an order and then later he changes his mind, I don't think that's God's fault. I think somebody fell down on the job.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because God can see the future. God can do everything.
Well, he don't want us to see the future as a thing. So
Right. So if you are a fortune teller or read tarot cards,
he don't like it.
that's the demons
Yeah.
helping you do that.
He does not like it. And I know even some people get in an accident like Dead Jones did. And he didn't want that power, but he wound up with it. But, you know, he did the right thing in the end.
So God could have seen the future, but he said, you know what? I'm free will, free choice. I'm going to let Scott Walker. If everything goes according to plan and Scott Walker doesn't F this up, because it's God talking,
He don't know.
then Scott Walker will be the next president of the United States. Something I care deeply about, said God. And, of course, Scott Walker effed it up like God knew he would, and then God had to say, please stop embarrassing us. Why don't you ride your motorcycle around or whatever you do? And now I'm going to have to talk to Marco Rubio. Thanks.
At least he's talking to somebody. I hope Marco Rubio's listening.
God talks. He tells a lot of people when to run for president.
Well, it tells people when to drop out too. So
that's
he does,
good.
He does both. Don't give him one without the other. I don't know what he's going to tell Marco Rubio. I just hope Marco Rubio's listening.
Listen up, Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
People say, well, now God can't be telling everybody to get in the race, but God could just
He
be.
didn't tell everybody. He just told 26, 27. How many of them?
Yeah.
Is it 27 of
Yeah.
them?
And even that seems a little weird, but I'd like to think it's just him covering his bases.
We don't know why he tells anybody to do anything.
Nobody knows
Nobody
the
knows
ways or
That's
the
right.
mind,
That's right.
the times.
Maybe Rick Perry needed this. I don't see how, but that ain't made for me to say. Maybe, good Lord, Rick Perry get in there. And then I don't see the Lord telling Trump to run, but I ain't going to judge.
Everything happens for a reason.
That's true. He put him there either way, whether they told him to or not.
Also, a demon could have put him there.
God could talk to Donald Trump, and he wouldn't recognize it. He wouldn't know who's that. He wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't know how to.
You have to be still to hear the voice.
Yeah, he just swatted off. He think it's somebody in. Yeah. I guess God thought Rick Perry needed
to be humiliated.
Yeah,
on a national stage.
Pretty much. That's what happened.
So sorry, Rick.
He did it himself now, the election beforehand. He didn't, it wasn't like, didn't need Trump's help. He did it on his own. But I guess, good Lord, sees fit to humiliate you 2 times in a row or run for president, then so be it. Accept it and move on. And I think he has. Rick Perry's a good man. I think he has.
He's a good man. I'm sure man. If God told him a 3rd time around, you're going to run for president again, Rick Perry would be like, what?
He'd have to do it.
But he'd do it. If God tells you to run for president again, he said, no, this time it's going to be good. God might just be having a little fun with Rick Perry.
There's always Job, West story. But that's supposed to be different now, Jesus, but who knows how God works? He may want to change it back. We don't know.
Yeah, well, we could be living through the writing of the newest Testament.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
Contemporary Testament.
You best be like Trump. And when they ask you what you like, he said both kinds, didn't he? Something like that.
Yeah,
be safe.
You like the New Testament, the Old Testament, like the equal, I think.
Equal is what it says. Yeah, they're both equal. That's smart. That's smart. And I will give them that. That's smart to say.
Because there's some big fans, some people out there, you don't want to lose a voter.
Well, that's true. I'm thinking, good Lord, but
right,
good Lord.
Yeah.
But
Because if God wrote, let's say if God wrote a book, and he wrote the sequel to the book, like if God wrote Gone with the Wind and he wrote Scarlet, and somebody said, I really like Scarlet the best, and God'd be like, well, what does that mean? You don't like the other one I wrote?
Yeah.
He did write 2 books. He wrote the Old Testament and the New Testament. So I gave an example of when I could just use the actual thing. So God wrote the New Testament, the Old Testament. Donald Trump's like, I don't want to insult God. He could have a favorite.
Yeah, that's right. Or lose, like I understand losing a voter too, because there's people who like some people like both parts just like him.
Some people get confused about what is the Old Testament and what's the New.
Well, that's true.
The New Testament is when things happen that's just mostly about Jesus, and then there's some letters, and then there's the crazy stuff at the end.
Yeah, that's Revelation. That's the end times.
Old Testament, that's when the stuff happens with giants and giant fishes and
Noah's Ark.
Snow's big. I'm going to be honest. I kind of like the Old Testament. The rules are harder to live by.
I
love
don't have Jesus. Jesus talks a lot and he did some magic stuff. He did.
Yeah,
he did some stuff. He walked on the water.
Yep.
He different thing. Fish in the wine. Bring
things.
Back from the dead. That's pretty
big.
good.
That's big.
Pretty
I ain't saying that.
And the best thing all come down off the cross. Died for our sins. So none of that in the Old Testament. But as far as just stories, I love Noah's Ark. All the animals, I love. And now, see me personally, I love animals.
And that's got every animal.
Every single one,
2 of them.
2 by 2, up in that ark, getting up there. Get saved them all from the flood. That's how much the good Lord loves animals. That's why sometimes I think good Lord may love me, because I love animals so much. I hope so anyway. I don't know.
You can have a show run for a long time and it's good when somebody important leaves or when somebody comes in, Chester Festus. I mean, like just lots of different. I mean, Andy Griffith ain't good when Barney leaves.
Oh, no. Floyd's kind of funny. Not Floyd, but what's his name? What's the other one?
The other one.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Hair, I don't remember. The color, when it gets color, I don't, yeah.
But the New Testament, that's not a good. What's an example of a TV show that's just as good or maybe better when they make some cast changes? And it just really divides you. Like, what is it, like Doctor Who? No, it's too confusing.
Well, there was a
It's too
time, I
nerdy.
don't know one show or anything, but I remember a time, back I guess 70, 80, all TV shows, as soon as they start having babies, just baby after baby.
Right. Jesus starts out as a baby.
That's right. It's just all the shows are one way, and then people start having babies on it, and they got a baby too.
But in this case, a baby turns out to turn into a real good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say maybe it's like Bewitched, like you had your Dick York and your Dick Sargent. But it's not like there's a Jesus in the Old Testament and then a new Jesus
No,
comes.
that
So
don't
they
make
bring
no
in a
sense.
new. I can't
It's
think of a
different.
good example.
Jesus is sweet and loving, and read every word that the man said, because that's going to life everlasting. That's what you need to learn. And what they use kids when you went to Bible study, Bible school, when I had to, years ago I had to go, Miss Broyles wasn't as bad off as she was. We'd able to go to church. I used to have to sometimes sit in there, and you can't tell none of them kids jumping up and down about Jesus outside of Jesus don't want you to do that. You better sit down. Jesus don't want you to do that. Jesus don't like anything you doing in here. I mean, other than that. But they love, the only way you get them quiet, like I said, here's Jonah and the whale, big fish in it. All the animals, they like that. David Goliath, they like that. That's fighting. Children like fighting a lot. That's what they love to hear about.
Children love fighting more than anything else.
They do. They want to hear stories about that. And if you can, whatever it takes to get there and get them involved and interested, when they get old enough, they'll get on to Jesus. They'll get to the good parts, but, as far as what's fun and listenable.
Do you think that God planned it that way? That He put a bunch of stuff in the Old Testament that had animals in it and fighting because He knew kids needed a entryway?
Oh yeah, snake at the beginning, mean snake at the beginning, the devil telling them that all animals in the all of that. That's to get you, as you say, hooked. Good book got to get you right in the start. And then there's part of it where it's just he begot him, that's just history. That's kind of like what we did earlier on this one.
Yeah.
It's just names. But that part,
In the Red State Update Bible, us reading the names of our Kickstarter donors is he saw begot.
Yeah.
Begat.
Yeah.
So the Pope, John Boehner, Scott Walker dropped out.
Yeah. What else happened? I don't know.
Those are the
main things, I guess. Pope's main thing, just coming over him and Obama, big buddies.
But he said some stuff that Obama doesn't like too.
Oh, I'm sure, but you can tell they're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a church person and liberals like you,
Something you ain't doing something right. That's all I'm saying. Something ain't right. But Catholics already mad at me over in
I was just
Catholic town.
about to say.
None of them listen to this nohow. So
They're
they
gonna
can
hear.
just.
Some of them hate listen.
Oh hell!
Do you not go to Catholic Twitter?
You want to hear what some of the Catholic congressmen up there are saying about him? I'm being nice compared to what they're saying about him, and they're Catholic.
Folks, if you don't know, the Catholic community here in Murfreesboro has a problem with Jackie. He is persona non grata when he goes to Catholic town.
I don't go over there anymore. I do my business elsewhere nowadays.
There was something with a funeral, and Jackie got mad about having
I
to
had
stand
smoked cigarettes, sit down, look, I ain't going through it again. I ain't going to sit here and go through it again.
There's no reason to.
No.
Let's just leave it at Catholics in Murfreesboro. Catholics do not like Jackie Bowles. And now he's on here running down the Pope.
I'm just saying he got views that I differ with.
What are
and
they?
Obama likes. He likes, what are they?
He doesn't like.
He doesn't like.
Doesn't like gay marriage.
Does he not like gay marriage?
But he's nice to gay people.
Well,
I think he's still saying marriage is between a man and a woman.
Well,
He's saying abortion is bad.
Well, of course he's gonna say that. He's Catholic, for good Lord.
I know. Well, that's
I'm
part
talking
of it.
about his little car, and then his, other popes had cars were good enough. Why is he got to get a little car? I know what you're saying.
And then
yeah,
the next one's gonna have to have a littler car, and then like littler.
That's right. Keep going. Keep
One be on a damn
scooter.
Yeah. Be funny.
Well, it'd be funny to look at anybody dressed like that on a scooter. Funny. But look, don't get in saying that and gonna make everybody mad. I ain't gonna get in what it looks like. Look,
I'm sure Catholic Twitter right now is like Jackie Brawls
I
wants,
don't care what
scooter
it is.
pope.
I don't even know what Catholic Twitter is, so I don't care what they say. Say whatever they want on there. I'm just saying that climate change, and he says America, more or less said America's bad.
Well, he said climate change,
Yeah.
and he said abolish the death penalty.
Yeah. Well.
And then he said Obama's my best friend.
Yep. That's one of the things. Yeah.
They shook hands with John Kerry.
Yeah. Buddies.
But sometimes you shake hands with enemies.
You have to. I understand that. Reagan and Gorbachev, he did all that. I know. But the Pope shouldn't be anybody's enemies. That's the thing.
Should the Pope be people's friend?
Yes, he should be your friend.
But should he be somebody's friend more than somebody else's?
No, he should not. No, that's what I'm saying.
Does the
should
Pope
be
have a
everybody's
best friend right now? Like, I need to call Roy.
No, it's Obama is what I think. But, why do you think he's over here?
So it's just the Pope and Obama and Boehner
Well,
on the links. Can the Pope drink? Catholics can drink.
they drink wine. Yeah,
It
they
ain't
drink
like-
everything.
it ain't like
Can they
down
drink?
here.
And every Catholic I know likes to tip it up.
Don't.
Well, I do.
You're just digging yourself
You
a hole.
go over, you drive past Catholic town at a certain hour, you can hear them all singing along, whatever. They all have a little.
They left that part out of Black Mass
What is it?
when Whitey Bulger hid out in Catholic town for 3 weeks.
Bulger.
They don't tell the whole story. It pretty much just concentrates on the part where. Anyway, so Pope, John Boehner,
Yeah,
Scott Walker,
yeah.
Obama.
Yeah, Obama.
And Jackie, congratulations. Congratulations to us. We don't have to worry about reading these names off anymore. We read the names off. We got to get in touch with everyone. We got to thank people personally, name to name. My name is Jackie Brawls. Your name is whatever, Charlie Walker.
What?
And we thanked everybody.
Yeah. You said you was Jackie Brawls, but I'm Jackie Brawls.
I'm just giving an example. We said our names, then we said their names, and we said thank you. We
I know
pronounced it.
that. Well, you saying that they just listened to 2 damn hours of it. You telling them what you did now? I don't understand. What are you saying?
I'm just recapping.
I don't know
I
reason to
felt like
recap that because it's just it is what it is.
I feel like we're coming to the end.
there ain't
Just wanted to
there's
recap.
nobody you have to tell that listen to this that you just read a bunch of damn names.
I don't
Nobody.
think we said that the sponsors this week are you. You're our
Oh,
sponsors.
that part. Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Thank
yeah.
you for giving us Kickstarter money and letting us read your names on here. That's our sponsors this week. Our sponsors are you. You are our sponsor.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Get on there, spread the word, give us reviews, rates and reviews, Kickstarters.
Oh,
We don't
yeah,
need to go through
Chachi's,
that.
iTunes, YouTube's,
That's-
Facebook's, Twitter's,
Yep.
and all the,
All of them.
yeah, every one of those. Get on the computer, do it. Yeah.
This is late. We're going to probably finish this and get it going up, hit the button, do it like minutes after we finish. This is probably the closest we've ever come to just throwing it right up there in your face. So, do we sound tired? Does it sound like the end of the day? Was this a good podcast or a bad one? Let us know.
I can't tell the difference.
No, it's all the same.